You know, I always figure that a good rule of thumb if you were a bad guy is to not rob the vehicle filled with federal officers. Washington, D.C., a place where all of our politicians are, the president of the United States, a lot of high-ranking generals, too. You would think that the capital of our beautiful country would be a safe and secure environment for everyone. And you might be surprised to figure out that that is not entirely the case. Because the bodyguards, the personal security, which happens to be the United States Marshals, for one of the Supreme Court justices of the United States, well, they were carjacked. Well, somebody tried to carjack them. It did not go well, obviously.
What did you expect?
And make no mistake, this is not the first time that a politician or a politician's security group guard personnel ended up in a little bit of a scuffle. Even just last year, Joe Biden's daughter obviously has a security detail. Somebody tried to rob her or her car or break into her house or something, and the Secret Service was like, started shooting at the cat, which probably wasn't the right answer considering it wasn't life or limb if somebody's just trying to break into a car. But that's a different story.
Geez, oh geez, sorry.
Either way, even politicians aren't safe from street crime or their security. But before we dive a little bit deeper into this incident, word from this video's sponsors. Vanish Holster. Let me start by saying if this is not the most comfortable holster you've ever worn, Vanish has a 100% money-back guarantee. Who else has that? It's adjustable, it's durable, it's lightweight, it's only 6 ounces. You can fit 2 additional mags in it, and it's ambidextrous. Who else can say it has all those things? Its no sweat material wicks sweat away and minimizes stank. And if you're a big fella, it fits up to a 46-inch waist. A perfect fit for every handsome boy. And don't worry about the gun imprinting because it hugs it tight to your body, unlike some holsters, which let everybody know that you're concealed carrying. But on top of that, I'm partnering with Vanish because they're giving away a $5,000 dream vacation if you purchase a Vanish holster right now in the month of July. Just click the link below in the description, get yourself the most comfortable holster you've ever had, and you're in. Click the link, get the most comfortable holster you've ever gotten, and get the chance to win a dream vacation. Unfortunately, these guys were just security, so they didn't have body cameras on. At least from what I'm aware of, there's no video of the incident. Bummer. But allow me to explain what happened. Well, there's 2 federal agents chilling out in a car, providing security for Justice Sonia Sodor, one of our Supreme Court justices. You might say she's a big deal.
I'm kind of a big deal.
You would be right. So imagine, there's 2 federal agents in a car. Beep, boop. And they're just chilling, playing on their phones, throwing money at their favorite OnlyFans girl or guy, I don't know. Probably sipping on a cup of coffee, trying to stay up. It's already 1 in the morning. But then a silver minivan pulls up. Whatever. Single man gets out. Okay. Goes up to the door of the car that's holding the 2 federal marshals in it, pulls out a pistol, fake pistol, it's a fake pistol, YouTube, and gently taps on the window to tell the individuals inside, who are once again federal agents, to get out of the car. This is a carjacking. To which the federal agents respond with, now it goes without saying, but those 2 federal agents lit up that idiot, and that volley of fire caused the gray silver minivan to speed away. Later on, the minivan was found. Turns out it was stolen. Who knew? A stolen vehicle used to commit more crimes? Amazing.
You don't say.
But there he sits, young hoodlum, with a hole in his face, and the federal agent's going, well, you're under arrest. Guess we gotta take you to the hospital and get you patched up, and then you get to go straight to jail.
Right to jail.
What are his charges? Criminal possession of a firearm.
Right to jail.
Armed robbery.
You right to jail.
And because he had an extended mag, a large capacity ammunition feeding device.
Believe it or not, jail, right away.
Now, considering that he did this to federal agents, I would assume that these charges could be federal. I think they might be charged local, but because they're federal agents, I wonder if there's some sort of clause in there that they could say, oh, you know, I feared for my life or whatever, and we're gonna charge this federally.
You got a felony
That would be great. Unfortunately, I could not find the mugshot. Hopefully my editor can. Is it there? If not, I don't know who he's gonna put up there. But young Kentrell Flowers, 18 years of age, made quite possibly one of the dumbest mistakes he could have ever in his life. Not only just stealing a car with his buddy and sticking up people, but these agents are gonna be a great complainant. They're not gonna be like, you know what, I can't make it to court that day, or he's just a kid, we should let him go, I feel bad for him. No, these federal agents are gonna go, I shot him, I have to go to court, we have to charge him, and they're gonna be fantastic witnesses. This kid is screwed, this kid is so screwed, and I love it, and he should be, because he's a turd. This goes to show you how important having unmarked cars and undercover police officers or plainclothes police officers how important it is. Yeah, words are hard. That's why we have them, unmarked cars and plainclothes personnel, because dumb criminals don't give a shit. They're just gonna do their crimes. They're not gonna care who they're doing it to until it's too late. I can only imagine what those two agents in the car were doing when that happened. What's that minivan doing? Who's this guy? It's happening! I can't believe it's happening! I know! I can't believe it either! I said earlier that the justice these marshals were protecting was Sonia Sotomayor, which makes it kind of interesting because this specific justice, as you can see right here, very nice, very professional, is not very pro Second Amendment, and I'll give you some examples, because of course I would. If I'm not mistaken, this ruling was back in 2010, but she states that the Second Amendment does not include self-defense, which is an interesting take, because people who would argue against that, myself, the Second Amendment states that we have the right to bear arms to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. And I would say, if you're defending yourself and your freedoms from a tyrannical government, it is implied that the right to bear arms, shall not be infringed, would be to protect yourself from anything and everything. Not just a tyrannical government, you get to keep them because you need them to protect yourself against a tyrannical government. Yeah, don't let the tyrannical government take over, but also defend yourself. Not just from them, but also the other things that happen that prevent you from the freedom of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In another ruling, she disagreed with what actually went down, so she was on the losing part. I think it was 6-3, not in her favor. But she stated that the Bill of Rights, the Federal Amendment, the Second Amendment, did not guarantee individuals to own a firearm against state and local government regulations. So if I confused you there, which I'm sure I did because sometimes my words don't work so good, she is saying that the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, does not apply if a state or local government creates some sort of law or statute stating that that right should be infringed upon. Welcome to New York.
Escape from New York.
Which is baffling to me because it's in the Bill of Rights. It's a federal document. An amendment is a federal statute. Federal statutes trump state ones. So yeah, I find that strange. Federal law does not supersede state law. Very strange way to put that. Because if that were so, different states could just make up a law saying that the ATF is no longer allowed in their state. And I'm sure that Sotomayor really likes the ATF. In fact, she ruled against bump stocks. I know that they just got put back in the hands of individuals. They were taken away, now they're back. But when they were getting put back in our hands, she had a dissenting opinion and said, now it makes the weapon fully automatic. It's like, no, it doesn't. It's still a single trigger press per round. It's just a way to do it faster.
Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun.
Why can't we have fun? And I bring this up because what she decided on and these dissenting opinions going against the Second Amendment would have prevented her from owning a firearm should she have been in that car. Oh, hey, normal person, you don't get to own a firearm, even though the bad guy's got one, for self-defense, because the Second Amendment says you should only have it to protect yourself against a tyrannical government. So self-defense, that doesn't apply here. You see how the train of thought? How ironic. The Supreme Court justice against individual gun ownership rights is protected by firearms, and had she had been in a car, just carjacked because she's sitting there just twiddling her thumbs, playing on her phone before she goes inside her house, she wouldn't have been able to own a firearm. She wouldn't have been able to defend herself from her own rules. So, hopefully that changes her mind. Anywho, the best way to support the channel is to get yourself a shirt. Look at that, I got new shirts. Clean shaven and misbehaving. I've said it once before, but there's a video that's coming up soon and I reference it, trust me. Cheapest way to support the channel is leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Is it kind of hypocritical that a Supreme Court justice is protected by guys with firearms and that their shooting of this armed robber is totally justified? But if it was an individual based on her prior law statements, decisions, they might not have been able to have been afforded that same defense? I find it interesting. What do you think? By the way, I'm on Pepperbox now, and if you don't know what Pepperbox is, it's where myself, Donut Operator, Demo Ranch, a lot of the people on YouTube who see the writings on the wall, YouTube demonetizing a lot of GunTube, we decided to start up a streaming service that should YouTube just wipe us all out, you could still be able to find us. Now, all of my stuff is still gonna be here on YouTube for free, so you don't have to worry about having to pay for anything. It's still gonna be here. But if you wanna see my stuff ad-free, uncensored, and there's gonna be some bonus material on Pepperbox, you can check it out, and it's only $8 a month. Once again, just in case we get shut down, if you wanna see the uncensored and additional content, check out Pepperbox, but I'm still gonna be right here on YouTube's doing this shit for free so that everybody can enjoy. Links in the description if you want to check it out. All right, see you next time, weirdos. Security, which is the U.S. Marshals, got stuck up, and then they shot him. They shot him in the face. They fucking shot him in the face. Oh, I love it.